What a day! Cooking an unforgettable meal using incredible local ingredients for a bunch of great people. Our day started before the sun came up. It's the crack of dawn and we're on the QEW heading out of town. Food and Drink magazine has once again sent me out to discover all that Ontario producers and purveyors have to offer. Chef and food entrepreneur Trevor Louis has come along for our most unique 5 Stops adventure to date.
I watch you online and I follow your stories and you have so much going on. I can't keep track. You always have a new project on the go. It seems like you have 100 jobs. What's keeping you super busy today?
Trying to push the envelope on South Asian food and Asian food.
Why is that important to you though? Why is bringing South Asian cuisine to the forefront very important?
Being of Chinese heritage, Asian food is part of my upbringing, and you know I can't see any two cuisines out there that people don't love more to eat from a comfort perspective. So sharing with everyone is so important in this country.
I totally agree with you.
We live in a huge province, and so much of our food and drink comes from the wide open spaces of rural areas. But Ontario's cities are also home to a lot of interesting and innovative culinary producers. Today we're exploring Hamilton, a short drive from Toronto and a former home to my guest Trevor. We'll make 5 stops, collect some amazing food and drink ingredients along the way, and then create a meal that's bigger than usual. Tonight, we make dinner for over 30 people.
And we're going out to the Hammer.
We've done a lot of stuff out in the country, but we're doing a lot of city stuff today, which is exciting.
Hamilton is so exciting right now with all the producers. I think, you know, everything from the food and drink scene that covers butchers and produce, but now even spirits and beer and ciders. Great, you know, artisanal stuff coming out of Hamilton that a lot of people get to see today will be really exciting to get our palates on.
And speaking of spirits, I'm driving today, so I want you to have all the fun.
So I'm gonna do all the drinking.
That you're gonna do all the drinking.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Really tearing up this street here, eh?
They are ripping it up.
What? Donuts for breakfast. Holy, look at this. So Trev, what are we having here?
I think I'm going for peanut butter and strawberry jam.
And I love Concord grape filled.
I like that too.
Ontario Concord grape. We have a lot of berry going on, so maybe we'll do pear and ginger.
My teeth are already hurting, but I'm in. Ruben, great to see you. It's my first time at the Mothership here in Hamilton, and my first time trying out these amazing new flavors.
It's great to have you down in Hamilton. Looks like you got some really good ones.
One thing I noticed and one thing I loved is that you incorporate so many local Ontario ingredients. I saw Ontario pear and Ontario blueberry, and of course, my favorite, Ontario Concord grape. Why is it important for you?
I know that locally grown stuff tastes way better than stuff that's shipped across the country. And we can find so much of it here in Niagara, so when we can get it locally, we do.
Breakfast champs, cheers.
Breakfast, cheers guys. Let's do this.
This is so delicious, so tasty. It's moist, it's flavorful.
Okay, try.
That's not shy and filling.
Oh my,
There it goes.
oh, found my jacket.
Yep.
Well worth it though.
I noticed that the display is constantly being replenished. How many donuts are you gonna make in a day?
Does vary a lot, and we never quite say how many we make in a day,
Really?
but on a busy Saturday, it's well in the thousands.
In the thousands.
That's right.
So we're cooking for a large group of people tonight. With the variety that you have here, I think this will be amazing for our guests. Maybe we can get a few dozen?
Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely. We'll hook you guys up.
Let's do it.
Yep.
So we're off to our next stop, Trev, and we're going to Humble Bees. Bees are?
The most important species in our ecosystem. Without bees, We don't eat and we don't drink.
That's exactly right. Bro, where are we right now?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good, I'm Devan.
I'm Dan. Nice to
I'm
meet
Trevor.
you. Hey Trevor.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
So we're here to check out the
Alright.
bees today.
Where are these
Yeah.
city bees at?
Yeah, we got the bees just up on the rooftop right here, so we're gonna head in, take the elevator up, and go check them out.
Let's go do it.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So here's our rooftop apiary.
Whoa, all these bees here.
Yeah, we got about a dozen
Holy.
hives, but we got some nice fresh comb honey inside our top bar hive here.
Is it me or are we not wearing protection?
No, we're not. So we actually breed our bees for gentleness. With our gentle bees, I actually just dress like this whenever I work them.
We're cooking a huge dinner tonight. I'd love to get some honey to cook with.
We can definitely help you out with that. We got some nice prime comb honey in this hive here, so we can crack it open and have a look.
I can't
Right
wait.
in there.
Yep, right in there. All right. So I'm just making sure that we got a really good fire going here. And then I always check and just make sure that the smoke's not too hot. If it was too hot for me to, bear it on my hand, it would definitely be too hot for the bees. You could actually risk harming them then. So unlike a regular hive that just, we build up vertically, this is a horizontal hive. It's a top bar hive. We basically just give the bees these wooden bars and they're gonna build all the comb off of that for us. All
Oh,
right, so now we're getting to the good stuff.
That looks heavy.
It is. This is only about half full. And so we can
that is
see
beautiful.
we got some nice capped honey up top here, and then we got just some empty comb down at the bottom there. As a beekeeper, it's a lot of fun just to see, the different types of honey that come in as well. Because one thing not everyone realizes is that every single type of flower out there, it's producing a different color and flavor of honey. This bee yard, actually, we had a big surprise last fall. Coming to the hives in October, cracked open the hive, I see this dark brown honey just dripping out of the frames. I'm like, what could that possibly be coming from? There's nothing blooming that makes a honey that looks like that. Dipped my finger in, had a taste. Immediate thought was, root beer? Yeah, it turns out that the bees were getting into some root beer and cola concentrates from a factory nearby and ended up bringing in 300 pounds of this root beer honey. So urban beekeeping, it can be a little challenging sometimes, but you also get some interesting surprises as well, yeah.
I can't wait to try this honey. I can't wait to work it into our menu as well for tonight.
All right, thanks, Dan.
See you soon.
All right, have a good one.
So Trev, my man, we're on our way to our next stop. It's the Mustard Seed. It's a food co-op. It's ethical, it's green, it's sustainable. The collaboration is really incredible. We have Ruben at the Donut Monster using Dan's honey.
And then Dad's honey's got hives at Mustard Seed, which he uses. So it's a full circle.
It's a big family.
It's a big, happy family.
So what is the Mustard Seed all about?
We're a local community-owned grocery store where everything that can be local is local. We're owned by the community, so if you're a member, you have part ownership. Since we're the only one of its kind, we're fairly unique so that we are supporting actual local producers. We're putting them on the shelf. We're having that conversation and sort of relationship with our producers. And we're able to provide jobs locally. And we're also supporting any other community endeavors that we can.
We've noticed being on the road here in Hamilton today that everybody's working with everybody.
Every stop in between, we notice there's an ecosystem that's intertwined with each other. So
Yeah.
I guess this is sort of like the space where you see it all come together.
Hamilton's the biggest city with the smallest small town feel heart, and it's true. We all sort of cooperate with one another, and we're so lucky to see our farmers come through the door and be able to put their product on the shelf and have that conversation.
Stacey, can you tell us a little bit maybe about the vendors that you have and some of the best products that people can come here and enjoy?
The most popular one is Humblebee, our honey. So we're the only grocery store in the world that has hives on the roof, and the actual product itself, the honey, is sold in the store. Other than that, we have some really, really local farmers, and we do our best to have that connection. So we actually see them come into the store. We're able to connect with them one-on-one, have a conversation with them, understand what they're bringing us, and then get it out on the floor and display it in a nice way.
If we had to leave here with one ingredient, what would you leave with?
Oh my,
I know it's tough.
You're putting her on the spot.
Well, what's
it's like
what- when's
3,000
better
items in
time?
here.
Yeah.
Definitely squash,
Okay.
And garlic, right now is the absolute best time for garlic. And we have apples, we've got pears, all again, right around our region.
I can't wait anymore. I can't wait to cook. Let's get shopping.
Let's do it. Acorn squash, ever work with this?
You know what, not too much. I know we can serve something in it. I know we can slice it into wedges and grill it or make a pasta or something.
Yeah, we can figure it out. Mix it up with the rest of the squash.
Done, I love that idea.
All right. Hey, here's Dan's honey. Can't believe we're gonna get to cook with this tonight, but ours is not in the jar. Ooh, bounties. You good there, Dev?
Yes, sir. So Trev, we're on our way to our next stop, Murray's Farm Butcher Shop. And I think that's all we're missing is some amazing meats.
Some proteins, right?
So you're Murray. We're here inside your beautiful shop. Is everything here that we're looking at local?
It's very local. In fact, it's so local, it's from my farm. I raise 5 breeds of pigs on the farm. 2 of the breeds, I'm the only farm in Canada with those pigs. So it's really awesome stuff. Well marbled. They're fed a non-GMO diet with no corn and no soy.
I can't take my eyes off those rib chops.
Those are the Gloucester Old Spot chops. The only farm in Canada, the only butcher shop in Canada where you can buy that type of pork.
It's stunning, and we have to cook for a huge crowd
30
tonight.
people. We're doing a dinner for 30s. We've got lots of ingredients, but what we're missing is the meat portion. That's why we're here.
We need strip,
We need sausages, I think.
and of course these beautiful.
We
This
definitely
is
need
going to
those.
be
We need-
the pièce de résistance here.
Signature chops.
Yes. So let's do it.
Okay, let's get shop. We're on our way to our last stop, Collective Arts, which is not only a brewery and a cidery, it's also,
They do gin.
they do gin as well.
So we're doing cocktails.
I love it. So Matt, Collective Arts is a brewery, but here we have a gin. What's the story behind that?
Collective Arts has been wanting to produce a spirit for a very long time, and we decided right now is a great opportunity to it. And producing a gin goes very, very well along with their story. They're big on creativity and doing new and innovative things, and a gin is the perfect platform for us to be able to do that.
What stands out with your gin? Do you use different unique botanicals in your gin?
Yeah, what really puts us apart is that most gins are fairly juniper forward. It has to be the main ingredient, whereas juniper definitely plays a background note to the other botanicals in our gin. So we use fresh citrus peel, which really kind of brightens up and makes it a very refreshing gin. We are also using things like, in the rhubarb and hibiscus, loads and loads of rhubarb and hibiscus that make it really juicy and flavorful. And in the artisanal dry, there's that Asian 5-spice blend that kind of spices it up and really kind of bright and refreshing and a really great drink to drink.
So peppery on the nose, citrusy on the palate.
Yeah. This gin is our rhubarb and hibiscus. It is a combination of hibiscus flower as well as fresh rhubarb.
That is delightful.
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to use the Humblebee honey.
Humblebee honey, Dan's honey.
And we bump the citrus
With
in
a
it,
gin?
and then we have a 6th
You're onto
stop.
something.
Yeah.
You're onto something. Let's do this.
So there's a lot going on here. So what is the real story behind Collective Arts?
Really, Collective Arts is about fusing the creativity of craft beverages, craft brewing with the inspired talents of emerging artists and musicians from all around the world.
That's an incredible initiative.
All right, we're gonna work our way from here down, starting with audio-visual lager. It's a rice lager, so it's very sessionable.
Cheers.
All of our brands support emerging artists. This one actually supports emerging bands. So at any one time, we'd have 4 different bands that we would be promoting. And then it's always changing so that we can help to promote those bands and bring them to life for everybody. We pay those artists. We only use it for a limited time, take no ownership, so it's very artist friendly. We feature them on the cans and then we promote them.
Great philosophy.
So the next one beside it is Life in the Clouds. So it's a New England IPA.
Oh, I can smell the hop.
So you'll smell hops. So the way we brew our beers, especially our hoppy beers, is we don't put any hops in the kettle. We put them late hops, so you get all the flavor, but not that bitterness that you're used to with hops. So it's a lot of flavor on the tongue, not that bite in the back of the throat.
I was gonna say it's got that really hoppy start, but not the bitterness on the back end. It's really smooth.
Working our way down the line, this one here is a seasonal that we've just brought out. So we do a whole lineup of kettle sours. So this one's blackberry, cherry, lemon, and vanilla. Last one here for something totally different is Stranger Than Fiction. It's our porter. And we bring that into the LCBO in the wintertime. And but we actually brew it all year long because it's a great beer. You'll get this really nice blend of chocolate as well as sort of roasted coffee flavors.
Smells like breakfast.
Right away.
Smells like breakfast, no?
Yeah, we need one of Ruben's donuts to go with this one.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that I have for you, Matt, is we tried your gin. We love the gin. We're gonna make a cocktail, but we want to make a beer cocktail. Yeah. So if there was a particular varietal of beer to make the cocktail with your gin, which one would you choose?
Obviously the sour is a pretty straightforward play.
Interesting.
I think that'd be great.
With the rhubarb or the original?
Original. I think I'd go original because this is already fruit forward. So I think the straight gin, we have some great botanicals from the produce that we purchased today.
Yes, chef.
And we have some of the honey.
Yes, chef.
We're gonna bring cocktail right there.
We're gonna bring it all back together.
Yeah,
the full circle.
Done.
The whole ecosystem of Hamilton.
So we just arrived to the space. We have 2 huge barbecues. It's a beautiful beer garden. It's nice, it's wide open. The weather is just right. And Chef Trevor and I are gonna prepare the most beautiful meal to date. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get the proteins on that take the longest to cook. For the pork from Murray's Farm, I'm gonna put these rib chops on the grill. We're gonna render out the fat slowly and caramelize them. We have the strips going on high heat. Once that's done, we're gonna remove the meat and we're gonna let them rest before we slice them. As soon as this is done, I'm moving right into my squash salad, and I'm gonna toss off the squash salad with ricotta, olive oil, salt, pears, and that beautiful humblebee honey.
First thing I'm gonna do today is we're gonna grab some of that produce that we got from Mustard Seed, and I'm gonna make a kimchi and cabbage slaw, some chopped up local fruit, finish it off with a little bit of cilantro, some sesame seeds, and some locally roasted peanuts. And then we're gonna do some mushrooms, chestnut mushroom and some lobster mushroom. Throw the mushrooms in and add some farm grass-fed butter and finish it off with some salt. And to finish off the meal, we got a pyramid of donuts from Donut Monster.
We're gonna be taking this beautiful meal that we prepared and pairing it with Collective Arts beer and cider. And cider is my favorite.
We're gonna take some of that gin and make it a cocktail with the sour beer. And we'll fold in some of that great honey that we got from Humblebee today. And we're gonna finish off the cocktail with some fresh local mint and some lavender.
We have this amazing spread of food at the table. We collected some of the finest food and drink in Ontario that I've had to date, and we put it all together in this wonderful, beautiful meal, and we're sharing it with our friends, both new and old. Today was an incredible day for me, getting to spend it with Chef Trevor. He's a big bro, he's a mentor, he's a fellow chef and colleague in the city of mine, and we got to spend the day in his old stomping grounds exploring food and drink across Hamilton.
I'm Miranda Keys. Next week on 5 Stops, he's a chef and an excellent road tripper.
Yes, finally.
Shahir Massoud joins me to explore the food and drink scene in Lanark County.